Let us continue playing Motorsport Manager, where we have a chance for Balcazar to emerge as the Season 6 champion. It's the last thing in our trophy cabinet, really. We have the Asia-Pacific Super Cup, we have the European Racing Series trophy. We've actually, I think, already earned those. If we go to back to home here and look at the team standings, practically a guarantee, though it is not a guarantee as of yet. They can still technically score 18 points by going 1-2, but we would only have to finish 7th with one of our two drivers to make it. So practically the championship is sewn up. This, though, is going to depend on whether we can stop the impossibly good Sharp. And when I'm said impossibly good, he's also the reigning champion. But, you know, that is that is why we are struggling. Oh, jeez. Oh, well. Yeah. Probably should have occurred to me to look into those a little sooner, shouldn't it? Doesn't matter. Let's go and have a look through this. So, we have an interview. Yeah, last interview of the season. Barnaby White. We definitely need to improve it. Marketability's gone down. Oh, well. Doesn't matter, we're about to either be champions or, you know, something will happen. We hit a low speed plus 90 for our little upgrade there, and we are building a rear wing for no obvious reason. Because there's no way we'll get it in time. So that was intelligent. So yeah, can I do this in time though? Random legendary, plus 50. Yeah, there's no way I can do this in time. At least not and have a reliable part as well. I mean, I don't even have any reliability things to actually go for here, so I have no clue what that was about. I mean, I could technically build an engine in that time if I was extremely fortunate, but for it to actually be good enough to matter, it'd take too long. Don't know why I keep putting it out like that. Front wing's holding us back. Could build another brake, I suppose. Except I don't have any of these parts, so random super legendary reliability. No, I don't know what we can actually do with this other than make it ridiculously broken. Yeah, there's no way we get this done. I could lower the build time, but that would just actually cost us, so I guess we might as well take the red zone reduction. And then I guess take a random plus 50 and hope. And what do I do instead of this? I mean, the problem is I need this in order to actually get it good, so what can I get instead of that? Nothing. Nothing worth taking anyway. Well, it'll be done in time, so let's just see what happens. You never know, we might get a decent break just to end the season off. Car repair is complete, so let's go and improve parts. Brake. Get both of those down. Get that done before the race, and yeah, keep going. Entourage. Gasto Renew has now got increased morale. We'd actually forgotten he was here. So Sharp wants to leave. You can join us. We can totally afford him. At a cost of 1.5 million per race. How loaded are Ferrari? Just how loaded are they? Oh well, let's have a look at our sponsor offer then. The win for 1 million. Okay. The rhubarb and custard will go all out for this, I think. And more complaints at the wind tunnel. You know what? If I can afford it, let's go and buy that darn wind tunnel. It's been a bloody nuisance for me for so much time. 9 million. I've only got half the money required. Dubai. 0% chance of rain. And we built the brakes there, of course, legendary. And we got a random legendary plus 60. So that's absolutely garbage to us, isn't it? Yeah, it's not even going to match our second best part, so that was really worth it. I guess we could go for another one. Except now we're 6 days after the race, so actually, no, we can't. Quickest thing for us to ever build is the brakes, of course. But yeah, we'd be nowhere near. Well, I guess that's it then. All the money is spent. The dice are cast. That didn't work out for us. Contract's running down. This is the contract for both drivers, actually. Renew, Balcazar, and our race mechanic. But that shouldn't matter. This is the last season. And I continue this on my spare time, but I'm not sure I need to. In fact, let's just make sure. What are we working on here? Oh, still performance and stuff going on. In fact, we can actually probably afford to buff a couple of bits here. Largely just getting things maxed out before the race as much as possible, but with a 98 there, we can just get full 30. Must respond, got it. Yeah, we know stuff is happening, but it doesn't matter. What matters right now is Dubai. Final race of the season. 4 for above. We need to be sharp, though. Tyre wear extremely low, so super soft is the only tyre worth having at the moment. 10 and 4. Okay, Balcazar, we're going to give you the best things we've got. New front wing is yours. Unfortunately, that is pretty much all I could give you for an upgrade, because it's the only thing we actually built. I'm actually quite happy with the car. So yeah, just double checking this. So, plus 50 on softs, but I think that's on all of them anyway. Well, 24 laps. A one-stop race. No rain. And we have to beat the best driver in the world. At least Balcazar has to beat best driver in the world. For the team's perspective, we've hit targets, and we only have to finish... That's jumped up again. We only have to finish 7th with one of our 2 drivers. And that's only if the Ferraris go 1-2. In fact, our best bet is probably that the Ferraris don't go 1-2. And I've just got to now find Dubai. There we are, 15-3. I actually don't know which variant this is, but we'll go with this one. This actually feels wrong because I'm noticing that's... Do I have multiple Dubais? I do, actually. We'll go for the top one because that seems slightly more reasonable compared to what the track we're actually looking at is. So 2160, 19.8. Minus 1.2. 63 and 56. Okay, that might be it. They're on the cusp there, and that occasionally means good. So yeah, we're definitely 2-stopping, even on the softs with Balcazar right now. So 59, 26. So 59. There we go. 59. Minus 1.2. 56 and 63. And supersofts. Okay. Let's take practice. Target then, of course. get as qualified as possible, but ultimately we're focusing on race trim here. Especially as I believe this is quite a long lap if we're only doing 24 in the race. So race trim is our top priority, really. Let's see what they can do. Balcazar leads. White is second. Yeah, this is a really long track. We're already up to nearly 2 minutes. Okay, gear ratio is happy with. Yeah, look at the amount that's actually gone up from this. Basically none. I might move Balcazar in a little bit and just see if we can't make sure we definitely get the get a setup right and just keep White out. Because White, of course, has the highest stats. So he's actually better at this job than Balcazar. In spite of being held up, he's still fastest. There goes Surikov, though. Free wide into the hairpin. And on the back straight. Okay. So 2 laps to do 2. 1:43.0 is the lap time. And she is loving the handling, which is good to hear. Surikov beats us, but not by a lot, actually, in retrospect. 3/10. Oh, there we go. Sharp up top, 1.1 seconds. Well, remember I mentioned the Ferraris needed to 1-2 us and we had to finish in just out, you know. Balcazar's championship is looking... She's been training by a thread for a very long time. She has had 2 non-finishes. And ultimately, those have come back to bite her now. Because even if she had just got in the top 5, got 4 points for both, she'd be champion. Meanwhile, I'm going to bring Balcazar in now. White should be able to earn that level 2 and level 2. And the handling's only rating it as good. Okay. So, is it over or under here? That's the question. I'm just looking at the other setup while I can. Well, I've got it much higher on those, so let's... Let's go for something that looks like that. Race trim again, but I will give her a new set of tyres. We're absolutely not worried about tyres right now. And we'll bring White in at the end of this lap. Just to give him a swap, just in case. And we might also have to bring in Balcazar again to go check things. 5th and 8th, though, would not be a bad result of things. However, Becker, I notice, is on the mediums. Lippin and Fisher are on the mediums. So we might be slower than this. Okay, in he comes. Pretty much same thing then. So, only real guesstimate is what do we do with this? And I think, honestly, moving this up a little bit is probably fine. 3 clicks, and I think I'll keep it there. New set of tyres, and if we need to, we can always go messing around in qualifying for a test set. Why didn't even take qualifying this time? I don't know. Balcazar hasn't said anything, so I'm hoping she's okay. Handling much better. Okay, that's encouraging. So it means we're likely to do the same correct move with White then. And there is absolutely no hope of us getting any qualifying stint in, so we're going to give up on that. Sharp on a new outlap on the super soft tyres, which White can make last an age. White is probably going to be in a reasonably good shape for this race, in all honesty. Handling feels much better. I could have brought them both in and done a quick setup change. Might regret that, but we're close enough anyway. 1.4 off the pace of Sharp. We badly need Sharp to not finish, or B, just have a really, really, really bad race. He has a consistency of 20, I think we noted. So... the chances of that happening are slim. Also, we are finishing our laps, which I guess is because we were technically on a fast one, but doesn't matter. We've already made our setup changes. Sixth and 8th. Sharp, Rodriguez, Surikov. I think Surikov's the other one we could technically lose the championship to, but he'd have to win, and I think we've got a 6-point gap from memory. Let's just see. So bring out those. Might as well go light-footed super soft for the sake of it. Car setup then. 97. I'm not even going to bother changing them. I'm actually just going to take I'm going to let them take it. And 97. 97's good enough. Simulate the session and we'll see what happens. Balcazar then 7th. Sharp, of course, at the top. White's lost the position in Hamilton, but gains 2 back, actually. White made a good qualifying there. So we've gone 7-9 in qualifying, and White, with his lightning starts, might actually have a chance of screwing things up here. Though he'd have to jump 4 rows in order to get where we need him to be, i.e. ahead. Mr. Turpin, I will pass that information on. But only because it's the final race of the season. Only because of that. So, super soft race trim. No need to go engine expert or anything. If we can last, we might as well. Do I go super... I don't think there's a point. I'm just going to double check this. But 24. The tyres will do 12 laps anyway. So we are literally going to go for 2 12-lap stints. We are going to go aggressive at the start. Possibly conserve fuel a little bit. We'll see if there's a safety car. Please let there be a safety car because Sharp crashes. That would just be my... That would make my day. In fact, if Sharp and Surikov can have it coming together really early on, that would be it. We're far more likely to just see Balcazar go off the pitch, but, you know. So, 7-9. And away they go. It is a good start by White up a position. Balcazar also has the outside line. Sharp has made a good start as well. That's unfortunate, because now I don't think we're going to see him again. Barnaby drops a position, and, well, that was Blanc coming out of nowhere. White also now up to 7th. So that's target position there. If White stays there, the team is the champion. And in fact, he's going to get past Blanc as well. White's having a great run of this. Okay, let's go down the high for both drivers here while we try and conserve. Balcazar around the outside. Unfortunately not able to make that stick. And we'll speed time up a little bit here. We'll see if Balcazar can finally get herself into the points. Okay, 6th and 8th. That's Dragon Race Team China champions at the moment, as it stands. Sharp now 2 seconds ahead of Becker. Balcazar has just really had problems overtaking cars this season. And that's another one gone. Oh, there we go. That's much... Oh, wow, okay. Allow teammate through because we might actually have a shot. It'd be a long shot, I do concede, but we might actually have that shot. Okay, medium high. Seems good. So Balcazar now, with a rear gunner, protecting 7th. Barnaby White does drop to 7th. We did that a while back. And in fact, I think we might even cook the engines a little bit here. Let's see if we can speed this up. We're already 10.9 behind Sharp, who is just looking like the champion right now. Okay, 11.5. So we're losing a second and a half a lap near enough into him looking at this. Although we are now starting to gain on him. So he's obviously gone a bit conservative. That's the one thing I think that's in our favour here. We know the tyres are going to be better. And both drivers now up to 0.75. And I think at 0.8 I might just stop White and start conserving again. There we go. He doesn't really have that much of a buffer though. That's the only problem. Balcazar's better on fuel, so she can go all the way up to 0.9, I guess. At least try and stay with. So gap not increased quite as much. Sharp still on the board. And I think there we go. So conserve neutral on both. Let's just see how everybody else is doing. We're the only people conserving our tyres right now. And our tyres are the best of everybody who isn't Surikov. Who is technically a rival for second in the championship, but I don't see Balcazar being overtaken now she's in 6th and kind of safe. This is a one-stop race, so she's going much, much faster than the medium and soft runners, so that's all that really matters, I guess. Beyond that is exactly how much we can go in there. Piaget is past White, though, and that is potentially worrying. So round we go. The gap up to 16 seconds now at 7 lap point. Becker is now 3 seconds behind Sharp, but is closing the gap. And Balcazar suddenly has a raging Surikov to worry about. But we have better tyre wear. So the one way we might still have a shot, and it's a long shot, I concede this. The one way we could still potentially have a shot at this championship is if we can make a one-stop work and nobody else can. This, however, seems unlikely, but not impossible. Especially as their stops are going to be quite quick. They got good pit crews. And if they don't have good pit crews, they've wasted their money. So yeah, Piaget behind us just has no tyre grip left. I don't even imagine he can really challenge. White, though, is losing ground. In fact, he's getting caught by the medium runners right now, or the soft runners, rather, of Hamilton. However, Piaget should now start falling back, and this is lap 9. Sharp has to go another 3 laps. No, in fact, he's in. Piaget's already in the pits. He'll get the undercut on us, but we can definitely make the tyres last. He'll have to go onto a slower tyre. We'll still be on the fast rubber. 19.5. That's got to be more than the pit stop now. I mean, unless Sharp would have come in right now, I think he'd... Yeah. Even then, unless he stays in the pits for a ridiculous length of time. And the only reason he'd do that is if he's got damage, which he should not have. Alright, let's go down to mediums here. We burned some fuel off. We got some reserves. We can just eke out that fuel for the rest of this now. 20.7. 7.5, 7.7 behind Surikov now, who did not pit on that lap actually, but then we know he's got good fuel. The good news is that White did emerge in front of Becker, who is also on the super soft tyres, so he's going to really be struggling in a late game. Alright, not able to hold him back. I wasn't massively expecting him to, but you never know. So, here they go. They can both do one more lap, but I think we will probably pit... Actually, do we pit Balcazar here? I mean, that's effectively on target. Alright, we'll pit White here. And we'll gamble a little bit. Fast pit stop. Onto those. Balcazar's going to go for another one. So Balcazar is going to take the lead of the race. Becker has remained. Becker will close in on us and catch us. We have no doubt about that. And this is just the gap now. 7.1. In fact, nah, Sharp's going to gain more time here because he's on fresh rubber. But we'll be on softs and can go to the end. This is what's going to be key here. Or at least as key as our strategy gets. So, overtake, neutral. Use the last of the tyre grip. So there we go. It's just faded now. Low fuel into the pits. Well, so much for that. Medium, medium, and we are in 11th and 19th. Becker leads. Sylvander is technically, I guess, in 3rd place, because I don't see Hamilton staying there. The question now is, how far behind are we? And it's only 25.9 seconds. Although it is increasing. We're on the best tyres, and it's still increasing. So this is now all about whether Balcazar can sive away through the field. There's one done. So Blanc improves 26.89. We still need to hit 7th. We are ahead of Piaget. Not going to have to stop, and are on tyres that definitely mean we do not have to stop. In fact, you can go neutral. Given tyre wear, we can probably go neutral on both here. I'm going to save my fuel up to the end a bit, see if we can do a charge, but we could definitely do a lunging past him now. Barnaby White, 19th. Gets a few overtakes from pit lane. Come on. We do not want to be stuck behind Valdez. We've had our fill of being stuck behind Valdez in important races. And Balcazar just cannot overtake. She has a good overtake stat. It's about 14, 13, wasn't it? I mean, what was Dulatev's? I think Dulatev only had a 16, so... Come on. There we go. I guess there are other stats involved as well. I can't remember whether she's actually any good on the brakes or not, but... But there we go. Overtake made. Surikov has about the same level of grip, but we're of course on a faster tyre, but we're now half a minute behind. Becker still leads, but Sharp is going to overtake that lead. The good news for at least our championship perspectives is, even ignoring things, Rodriguez is in 3rd, ahead of Sylvander, and Sharp can probably... Becker is probably going to pit and come out ahead of Rodriguez. So, even ignoring the fact that we are already 7th and thus championship secured... Championship kind of secured. Alright, high fuel burn now for a bit. We'll just see what we can do. Close up the gap. Put some pressure on Fisher. Force him into the pits. Barnaby White up to 14th place. Yeah, I guess that's the only downside of us going early. It just, you know, ruined us a little bit there. But we're still only 35 behind. We're 30 behind at the start of the stint. 6 laps to go. A lot of tyre grip. White, I guess, pushing his tyres a bit harder here, but... Alright, there he goes. So that's freed us up, and now it is behind Surikov. And then Sylvander, and in fairness, it's not the worst run in the world at the moment. Balcazar... When did we get past Piaget? Oh, of course we did pits, I guess. Or I completely missed something. Well, Becker's going to have to pit this lap if he's... Otherwise, there's going to be some severe trouble. But unless Sharp fails to finish, it's just not on the cards right now. 6th is a good result, though, in fairness, especially given this late season. We know our car's not the best. We've tried, but we know our car's not the best. Balcazar round the corner. She can see 3rd. Let's go medium here. Let's just use up some of this tyre grip for the last 3 laps and just see what we can actually do to these front 3 runners. Surikov, of course, is our rival for 3rd, but he has no chance of overtaking us while he's only in 5th. Becker is struggling, I think is the right word here. He's probably going to pit in a moment. And actually, our gap to him is now dropping, but then his tyres are ruined. There he goes. He's in the pits. Sharp inherits the lead. I imagine he'll come out in front of us, though. I mean, now holding up Becker, but not for long. He's got fresh tyres. Alright, we don't have much left in the tank, I guess, here, so let's go medium, 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 medium. 3 laps to go. 32 seconds, 31.9. See, now we're faster than Sharp, briefly. Advantage of having the best tyre, I suppose, but it's not really working out for us. Alright, Balcazar, let's put the overtake button on. Let's see what we can do. So gap down to 2.2 seconds to Surikov. Becker, new fastest lap of the race. We'd expect that, I guess. Final lap then. Unfortunately, that is it. We've done our best to charge this off, but it's not quite worked. We might have a lunge, but that's going to be it. Oh, can Balcazar make an overtake? A desperate lunge for fifth. I'd love it if you could, but unfortunately that is not going to happen. Balcazar finishes 6th. It is okay. It is unfortunately only okay. White, unfortunately, is going to get mugged for 12th off the line. I thought his race could have been good, and in fact, if we'd have gone for the tyre where he'd have been fine, but I doubt he'd have been fast enough. Sharp, too good. Far too good for us. Far too good for us. He just made that work. New tyres. Had them turned on, gained about 4 seconds on us, but it was never really a race with Sharp today. Unless we got ahead of him off the line, that was always going to be the case. So, Balcazar falls at the final hurdle to 2nd in the drivers' standings. Dragon Race Team China win overall by 5 points. We are the champions. And that, we shall say, is that. Once I get some money, at least. So here's final confirmation, then. All the seasons are wrapped up. The Ferraris win that one. However, our World Champion Trophy! It was a good season. It was a really, really good season. It was our last season, as I mentioned. Sharp blitzes the opposition. He really did blitz the opposition. We're going to reject the interview. We don't want to speak. We're despondent. Car repair is finished. So let's just go through the final bits there. Vexler Motorsports chairman is going to retire. We will receive the prize money of 61.5 million for winning the championship. We are the manager of the season. Barnaby White is driver of the season. And that, I believe, is a good point to bow out on. You know, once we do one thing, let's build ourselves a forecasting centre. Because something will happen in the future. And it'd be a good idea to try and plan for it. So this is Shadowhawk 2012. I will catch you in a future Let's Play. Until then.